Boom, shakalaka, boom. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 60 of 365. I am your awesomest host, Deuce Pesic of ND Pesic Group, founder and chief visionary officer. Wow, happy Friday to everybody. Man, I hope everybody had a great week. I hope you're crossing the T's and dotting the I's today to really bring home that thing that you were working on all week. I hope it's a massive success for you. I truly, truly am. There is nothing more rewarding than personal achievement, right? The triumph of high achievement, right? There's like nothing better than that. Today, I was reading through various articles, and a lot of different articles and talks throughout the week all came down to purpose, responsibility. So, just to throw in my 2 cents and how things happen for me. So, anybody watching who's on the fence of which way to go, at least you could hear from somebody who's doing it, and hopefully it encourages you to pursue your craft to its highest level. I mean, be the master of it. Don't be I'm going to tell you, I never ever classify myself as an expert. Ever. Right? Reason being is an expert, all knowing. But the problem with having that as a title is that things are always evolving and changing. So you really don't know everything. You know a lot, and that's fantastic. But I will always consider myself a master of my craft, because a master knows that there's always so much more to learn. Right? Mindset. Don't call me an expert ever. I'm not an expert in polymer resins. I'm not an expert in working with concrete. I'm not an expert in my quest for grandiose structural architecture. But I am a master of it. And I know that things are going to change. Things will always going to change, and I'll have to evolve quickly. The importance of being sharp, focused, keeping alcohol out of your life and any other substances. You got to be on point to make critical decisions at times. All right, when these changes happen, and you need to make a very important decision on the direction that your work is taking you. Sometimes you need to make it rather quickly, and that's something really important to know. Regarding purpose and your why, please look up Simon Sinek, The Golden Circle. Start with why, those videos. And then there's also another video that I noticed that was called How to Find Your Why. Please, please, please spend the 24 minutes between the two videos to really study what he's saying, take it in as a learning experience, and act on what you just learned, right? Simon Sinek is fucking great. I love the guy. He's one of the guys that outside of my group of investors and core foundation people to help me go, he's one of the first guys I want to meet. I want to shake hands and have a cup of coffee with the guy. Super, super smart. He's also written books, other books. One of them, which is Leaders Eat Last. That's a great one as well. So, and of course his latest, which is The Infinite Game. If you're not following him, now is your time to go to YouTube, go to all social media, look him up, Simon Sinek, Sinek. Follow him, study him. The guy is very, very smart and definitely talks about some important key points. Now, in my experience, my why, right? I've always known that God has put us on this earth and we each have a plan for ourselves, right? We all have a purpose on this plane. Sadly, 90% of the world's population do not look for it, do not find it, okay? And they're stuck working jobs they hate, and watching their money go out on bills that they have to pay in order to just survive. How happy do you think you are at the end of the day when you have that lifestyle? I know I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy having people less intelligent than myself making decisions regarding the well-being of my life. I don't think so. And that's happened for shit. I mean, it's still happening, but I mean, I became self-aware, 9 years ago. So, we're talking, I'm 53 years old. All right. So I'm working towards getting out of that type of an established way of living, and that's not for me. So I recognize that I do have a purpose, I do have a skill, I have I see things differently, and the pieces of the puzzles, although they may be the same, their edges are different. So they would still fit, but the edges, being your circumstances, would only fit under certain criteria, right? So for me, I didn't realize that you need to take your hereditary genes into account, right? Because I think that's a starting point of who you are, right? So, for example, for me, I didn't realize this till I was well into this journey about that, and that was by watching Jordan Peterson. Your history kind of already determined in your DNA of who you are, right? So for me, my one grandfather was the mayor of our town in Serbia. The other grandfather was a builder. Wasn't an architect, but he worked with plans, and he built homes by himself for the company he worked for their clients. They would usually come in with a team at the very beginning just to set the foundation and stuff, but they're gone, and my grandfather's left there alone to build his own scaffolding and carry bricks and mortar up each level to build a home with the tools he would carry in a bucket and on his moped. All right. So with that being said, my internal DNA really kind of made sense of being a leader from my one grandfather's side, right? And then being a builder innovator on the other. So, okay, I've got that in my DNA, alrighty, and that made more sense, but that was after the fact. If I would have known this sooner, it really wouldn't have made that much sense. But maybe you can. Maybe you can make sense of why you're, chasing a thing that you really, really want to accomplish. Like, why has it become an obsession? That's another way of finding out your why is, if you don't know what you want to do in the world, what's that one thing that you think of making better all the time? Case in point, my ex-wife, before we were married, she used an oven mitt, a simple oven mitt that had like little grips and stuff on it. she used it to brush her cat. And she thought one day, she said, yeah, I thought about, well, wouldn't it be great if I, manufactured this and whatever. So she blew it off. There's nothing in it. And then, like, after we met and, like, years later, as seen on TV, comes up with that pet mitt, that was exactly what she was talking about. So, it's, you have to take a chance. That's the only real way to explain, is you take a chance on it. Missed opportunities, you'll be kicking yourself in the ass for the rest of your life. That's where regret comes in. Oh, I wish I would have done that mitt, would have at least given her a little, fortune to hold on to and build off of, or whatever the case is. She didn't take a chance. Here it happened, and I remember every time the commercial came on, oh shoot, I wish I would have done it. You don't want to live that life. You don't want to lay in your deathbed and said, I wish I would have done that thing. Because ultimately, when I was given the choice that I can't go to audition for Shark Tank, and if I did, I'd be fired. And at that moment, I knew that if I didn't go for the rest of my life, every fucking day I wake up, I would ask myself, man, if I had only went to the Shark Tank audition, who knows what could have happened. And that's the killer, ladies and gentlemen. That's the thing that's going to eat at you, that's going to fester at you, that's going to cause resentment, animosity. That's the thing. And for me, I wasn't going to live the rest of my life like that. Fuck no. No way. I was not going to do it. So, the why. For me, it was happenstance. It just, you don't know when that source of inspiration is going to hit. Inspiration, your aha moment, but most importantly, asking the right questions at the right time. For me, it was the devastation of the tsunami that hit Banda Aceh in December 23rd of 2004. That was my turn, because I came obsessed with the idea of, I don't understand how 300,000 people can die in an instant. That was the important question I asked myself. I did not understand it. Point being is, 300,000 people don't immediately die all at once. Okay? What happens is, there are people that are stuck in locations and situations in the debris, in the local surroundings, that are dying for help. Literally, they are dying for somebody to come save them. After asking a ton of more questions, after imagining what the design of this thing to help these people would look like, I figured it out. And that's what's going to happen to you. Ask yourself the series of questions that need be about this thing that you're constantly thinking about. How is it going to help you? Think of various ways of it benefiting people, its users. The end user is really, really important in your strive to create that product. What's the experience going to be like for them? There's thousands of hours that go into this, and I'm at 14 minutes. So obviously, I'm not going to be able to, go through it with you, but I'm giving you the bullet points of, find that why. Find it. You have each and every person on this planet is important. We all have value. If you don't think you have it, find it. Find that value, and I guarantee you're going to blow the minds of many people away. No doubt. All right? Because that's pretty much, well, mostly of the people that are surrounding us, ones that are negative, the ones that don't see possibilities, the ones that don't chase opportunities, the ones that are constantly complaining. Don't be those people, man. Don't be. Listen, this is your time to go ahead and really absorb, what I'm telling you, that there are thousands of people like me, hundreds of thousands, millions of people like me. No, let's put it like this. In 2017, just in the United States, 700,000 new millionaires were created. How? It wasn't scratchies, right? It wasn't all on black at the casinos. It wasn't that. People focused. People got into their thing. Even if it's cryptocurrency, something where like everybody's going to. People made money. I mean, the evidence is in the filings. I mean, you can't deny the truth. So go after that thing of yours. If you don't know what it is, ask yourself on a daily until it hits you of what it is. What is that thing that's in your mind that you're constantly thinking of, and even in the subconscious? What is that thing that you're thinking of, and then how can you take it and expand on it to blossom into this whole new thing that nobody knows about, and you did it. The triumph of high achievement. That's what you should be chasing. Responsibility, purpose, right? And then the impact it makes on the ones that really needed it, right? Because if whatever that one thing, for me, the idea was, if I could save one person's life, it's all these years have been worth it, right? So if you don't know what it is, if there's a problem in the world even that bothers you, and you have your ways of fixing it, man, start on it at least. Push yourself to it. It's going to open up a lot of doors in a sense of data gathering, and that alone's going to set you up higher than the people around you who haven't even started. So believe me when I tell you, find out why you have it within you, and expand on it, and just work towards it every single day. If you could spend 4 or 5 hours out of the busy, hectic day, you could find 5 hours a day. If you have 2 kids, a family, car, you can find 5 hours. The thing is that, are you willing to find the 5 hours? Or are you just going to get caught up in that same whirlwind of coming home tired, spending a couple hours with the kids and the family, dinner, work on a car or whatever, and then if you don't find 3-4 hours, in there to work on your craft, it's never going to materialize. You have to find the time. You just have to. And if you don't be upset when, you're paying bills and then dying. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, really. But I encourage you guys to really, really go after your thing. Wow, I can't believe I spoke this much. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Have a fantastic weekend ahead. I hope you finished up your Friday unbelievably fantastic. And we'll catch you tomorrow on episode 61. Don't worry. I'll be here, Lord willing. I'll be here. So you guys be great, be fantastic, and I'll see you tomorrow. And always remember, we are one people, one earth. Cheers.